Episode 8 of What If came out today, and yes, my voice is still messed up. I can't speak too loudly or else it just cracks constantly. Like, it's not even that it cracks, my voice just completely dies out. You can hear it even with my nose. I don't know why. I've been sneezing, all this. I don't even know what it is. It's obviously not COVID because I'm fully vaccinated. But anyway, this episode was great, and that is just so nice to say because I technically still am, but I was at the point where I did not care for this show at all. I really did not care to get up early. I never cared for the whole show to get up early and watch it. I do watch it at lunch, because I am at school, but I come home for lunch because I live really close and I watch it. And I have to say, this is easily the best episode yet. Maybe part of that is because last week's episode was not good. Like, I'm honestly at the point where I could say it was bad. Like, it was just a straight up bad episode, to be completely honest, and I couldn't even remember what last week's episode focused on when I was thinking about and talking to my friend earlier today. There's a little example of what my voice can do. But this one felt like the most important one so far, and spoilers as always. I'm going to talk about the ending and lots to do with this episode. I don't know how much this will tie into the actual MCU because obviously this focuses on the multiverse, and all that, but I did really enjoy what they did with the Watcher here. I think that having him kind of play more into it and not just having the camera go to him and him just going is much better, because that was one of my complaints earlier on. He just looked down at whoever, but now he's actually talking and he does interact with Ultron or Ultron Vision, whatever you want to say, Evil Vision, Ultron, same thing, because this episode focuses on what if Ultron were to win. And then in one of the early scenes, something that's a little crazy is that Thanos kind of shows up and you got like Vision there, and then he just looks at him and he just slices Thanos in half and Thanos just falls apart. I'm not even kidding. That's exactly what happened. And then he takes the Infinity Stones and kind of just like, not suits up, but you know what I mean, like powers up, evolves like a freaking Pokemon or something like that. And then there's some stuff that happens here, and Tony Stark cannot catch a break. He dies in probably half the episodes of the show so far. I think he's died like 4 times in this show so far and in Endgame, so that man cannot catch a break. The parallels in the show are pretty cool, I will admit. Like, yeah, it's complete fan service, and it's pretty obvious when a lot of them happen, but in this episode, I really like the one with Natasha and Clint. Obviously, they just swap the roles here, where Natasha in Endgame obviously is hanging on, and then she's, let's go, and then they all fall. You know how it goes. Everyone here has seen Endgame, obviously. I think almost everyone in the world has, but in this one, the one thing with the scene, though, is that it could have easily been avoided. Like, it's not like they were reaching that far. She could have just pulled him up a little bit, and then he could have just got right up. I don't really know why he fell, but the scene worked, and I was like, yeah, I like how it's set up, and I like the action. The action was some of the best in the show so far. The animation looked great for the most part. Again, I went back to the thing where the mouth doesn't exactly match up. I don't know what that is. I genuinely have no idea what that is with this show, but I notice it in like half the episodes here. But there's some crazy stuff in this episode because the Watcher basically just gets beat around all the other multiverses by the Ultron Ultron Vision, whatever, because he like shoots through the thing I probably hit my microphone there, I apologize, but like it's almost like this glass, not exactly, but it's like metaphorical, I'll say, like glass, that's how the Watcher's seeing everything. Then Ultron starts fighting him here, and we see the power that the Watcher has, which I like. But the ending of this episode was insane, and I'm actually excited for next week, and I haven't been able to say that since like episode 4, episode 5, I think the zombies one, what's that, episode 5 or whatever. I haven't been able to say that for weeks. There isn't too much more I want to say about this episode because there's a lot of stuff I really liked. I had a few issues, definitely, but I do think this is the strongest one yet. But that's just something with the show, is that every time I watch it, I don't know why, like I feel like it's a show that I should really want to talk about, because it's like, oh, it's literally like, oh, what if this happened, what if this happened? But for me, there's not really much to discuss in every episode. Yeah, I probably could dive more into it, but I watched this one like 8 hours ago or something, and I'm only making the video now, so maybe that does say something about the show overall. We got one more week. Yes, the show is somehow still going on, but I am excited for that final episode. But what did you think of this episode? Is it your favorite one yet, like me? And thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.